And here we go. Alright, so we know the lore here. We know that in the Ninja Village here, there's not a whole lot that can go wrong. You just kind of got to get through the text boxes, hit the lanterns, and keep jumping. They should both be coming out of here with a 143 loadless. TwoC though with the strat not hitting the dummy. There you go, that's a little difference.
Dummies have feelings too. You'll see them mashing through text very quick. I don't know if we touched on it, but the devs did give us a text skip, and that's why that's going so fast. In the olden days, you'd have varying Ninja Village times because your time would depend on how well you could mash.
Yeah, I think I was lucky enough to start the game just a little bit after that got implemented. I hate mashing, and I play Mega Man X1, so it's a very, very welcome thing to not have to mash through text. Just hold a couple buttons, goes as fast as possible.
It almost feels like cheating, but I love it. Thank you, Sabotage.
Thank you, Sabotage.
Zero shards for either runner because the true ninja needs no shard.
Never lucky. Alright, jumping into Ninja Hills. Autumn Hills. Autumn Village. Had a couple bonks last time from 2C. Hoping we can see a smoother one this time. Both players fully warmed up at this point.
We already talked about the game, we could talk about advanced stuff. Kuni puts his sword out in the air, and 2C does it as well. You see that they put an early slash out, and as they approach the block, the old hit registers at the same time they do a new slash, allowing them to deliver 2 hits at once, and then that third slash break. By continuing to mash, they're able to progress to the second block and break that as well, almost instantly. Commentary over, run out of things to comment about. That's how popular shops are. Look at
those shops.
They're going to hit up as soon as they get to the shopkeeper, and then they're going to quickly navigate one to the going to confirm, into the shop, one to the right, buy that thing, cancel out, get out of the shop.
I gotta say, shops are right up there with button mashing in my opinion. Those are things that I just hate having to worry about. But it is a significant time save when you can have really clean shops. So. And also the little jumps here from both of them. It's actually really precise to make sure you can...
2C gets it.
Got it. To make sure that you're holding right the entire time. So you gotta jump in very specific places. I've already seen...
a tree a little. Yeah. That's a big out.
2 times there where he kind of grabbed a wall when he didn't mean to. That's your greatest nemesis in this game. There's a lot of places, especially when you get to Howling Grotto, where you gotta kind of drop straight near walls or jump a little over them, and getting caught on the walls there is just the worst.
I don't think we're going to talk about Out of Bounds because we're not doing that. VBF wants us to talk about our great friend DB, who has ceased playing the Messenger, as far as I'm aware. So we're just going to talk about Spike Tower. Is 2C going to get it? He's going to pass it up this time.
I think he took an extra hit, so he was down to 3 life.
Yeah. I thought there might be a chance he would go for the projectile style, just because that's a little less likely for you to take a hit. But that's still pretty scary.
2C's more of a go big or go home type of guy.
2C believes in the respect.
Absolutely. Once again, 2C,
and I don't know if we mentioned this room
extra sharp.
Where Kuni's at and 2C's just about to walk into, but this is another one of those really tight movement sections. It looks nice and easy the way they do it, but getting that slash off the ground so that you can get another slash up to the wall on the left side and then grab the platform You all have to do that very quickly, and then you can ride the platform up. If you don't, there's a couple backups, but you're losing time.
2C's been really good with that turtle slash we saw again.
Yeah.
I believe that's a Justin strat, if I'm not mistaken, ATC. Justin and ATC are different.
All Cuphead runners are pretty much the same person. Shoutouts to TC.
They're all very
Shoutouts to
talented.
SPD Wolf.
All very good strat devs. I know that 2Cplus and Kuningas, in addition to being absolute messenger legends, are extraordinary farmers in Terraria as well as Stardew Valley.
Giving you guys a little bit more background per new Flockhouse. Cooney's a very strong Ninja Gaiden runner. 2Cplus comes from Cuphead and some other games. He's actually recently picked up Ninja Gaiden after being so good at the messenger. So both of them sharing a lot of games together and teaching each other. Awesome to see.
It's a deep friendship that goes. These two, we're going to see each other at ESA in real life just earlier this year. But unfortunately, things came up that couldn't be possible for Cooney to attempt. So to make up for that, he's just going to attempt to smash this tournament.
Oh, and we didn't mention, this is the first time, but this little guy Cooney's talking to is Phobican. They're adorable little dudes. If you haven't played the full game, you should definitely do so you can meet them all. But they get their names based on the thing they're afraid of, and of course, in this cruel world we're in, all of them are kind of trapped in fear because of the place that they're at. So that was Necro. He's afraid of dead things, and so of course he's in the catacombs where there's all the skeletons and dead stuff around him.
And we say hi Roxanne when we see him. Hi Roxanne, because we want him to go up on the high block. It's very tragic. We had a double low Roxanne, so hopefully that means we will have a double high Roxanne.
In this room that 2C's in right now always scares me just a little bit, because you got to do that duck, but you're trying to go as fast as possible, so you got to get as far as you can, do a slight little duck as the ball comes by, and then keep moving. It's really easy to try and go too fast and take it in the face. And then the little underwater spike crusher is also a little bit scary, just because it's easy to get hung up on corners and jump a little too high into spikes. Lots of places where small mistakes are easy to do.
It's almost advisable to do that room imperfectly and make sure to grab a little extra shards and hit that lantern at the end, because you can afford about half a second or so on the crusher and still get an optimal pattern with mistakes or with grabbing shards that are out of your way, just depending on how well you feel you're doing that thing.
Shards are nice too because it makes your bamboo a little bit easier, making sure that you have enough for your Howling Grotto upgrade.
And again, that little variation in the way they're doing it. 2C did that little trip around the right to get an extra health pickup because he did the extra D-boost. Not a huge difference, but it should be a little bit faster for 2C.
See, this was on G. Pretty good for Cooney.
Yeah, not bad. That's
Pretty good
from 2C.
Yeah. Unfortunately, no God RNG with before or in front of the blocks. I like those rows.
No problems with the other spike D-boost there.
He has a small hiccup going through this horizontal crusher. Just stubbing the toe on a corner. Nothing. Really nice vertical ascent. 2C's gonna get similar results. Yeah, that was pretty clean. Crusher room is everybody's favorite in Catacombs, right? It's my favorite. It's your favorite.
Ooh. Yeah, Cooney's gonna have to wait. He just bonked his head just a little going up that jump. And so that is, what, about 5
health.
seconds?
Yeah, 4 to 5 seconds. It's in that ballpark.
The sink is
So that's
real.
actually a pretty good lead. 2C catching up. Hi,
Hi, Ruxton. Oh, another low one from Cooney. Another
Never
low one
lucky.
for 2C. Oh, man.
Ruxton, you bucket!
Again, at least they got the same thing. But man, real close here. That crush room was enough to get them almost synced up.
To refresh anyone who's just tuning in, on the previous race, we have the same poor RNG. It's a 50% chance. And if Kuni had gotten the better RNG, with his time, he may have very well gotten the new world record.
Let's go, Bamboo Boys. We all like Chinese food. I think the runners are actually on the same time.
Yeah, if you like Chinese food, feel free to put that in chat. You know, whatever.
They want
That
me to
little-
sing it. Maybe if they both make N2 skip, I'll sing it.
That seems like a good deal. I like that.
Since I think it's mostly Messenger boys in the chat, but if anybody joining us doesn't know about the Messenger culture, you'll get to learn about our...
Oh, Cooney just, again, accidentally grabbing the wall. But that might be... Man, they are close.
I think we got 2C in the lead. Timer's a little bit ahead for Kuni. Once again, the sync is real.
Do notice that little difference in style for how they get over the tree there. Cooney just runs to the edge of the platform and jumps. 2C waits just a hair so that you can hit a fireball and do a cloud step over it. It's just a little bit faster to do it without the fireball, but it is scary.
Let's go, boys.
Oh, perfect.
There's one.
Perfect.
There's both. Alright, the incentive's been met. Block your ears. We're gonna have a really good climb into the next. I like Chinese food. Chinese food is good for you. I like eating Chinese food, and Chinese food is yummy too. I like Chinese food. Chinese food is good for you, and I like eating Chinese food, and Chinese food is yummy.
That was beautiful.
Thank you.
Thank you, Speed Gaming, for keeping us.
We appreciate you.
And now, anybody that hasn't been around Messenger streams, now you can learn the words. Go back and practice it.
Oh, these monkey ass. Alright, we're good on shard.
Yeah, 276. 2C's been a little bit ahead the entire time, which, again, doesn't necessarily help, but it's nice to not have to worry about it.
He goes for a few more shard placements, just to make sure he doesn't have to do, like, an excess.
Tired of the Greek bit.
And it's pretty amazing how much elevation you can get from the wingsuit attack, and then coupled with a cloud strike. So that's how they can kind of really quickly jump up there.
Nice
both of
drops
them.
from both players.
Yeah, nice YOLO jumps.
That's only a YOLO drop, like, without a squirrel suit at the bottom. But
Oh yeah, you're right.
it's still a respect
A
drop.
little squirrel suit. A little bit of squirrel suit.
Just 15s. I forgive you, new Paco. Hey! Kuni does traditional hey crouch. Although he seems to be ahead. Ahead of hey timing. I think I know what that clip is.
And again, I know Kel mentioned it the first time, but you can see they kind of stay to the right so that the rock throwing guy will throw it off to the right-hand side, just so it doesn't get in your way.
That rock guy is very frustrating.
It can be incredibly annoying if you don't quite get that right. This room Kuni's going through, there's about a million different ways I've seen people do it, but Kuni and 2C actually both did it the same way, just somehow so you can keep moving through there as fast as possible.
You fell just a little bit, and that's gonna really catch.
Alright, so it's gonna come down to the boss fight again.
Hey!
The first part's pretty consistent, but there's little places where you can save a bit of time going for some more risky damage boosts, and then the second phase is what will really matter. 2C had a slightly better fight last time, we'll see if that's the same.
Been seeing Kuni try to optimize this fight as much as possible, throwing that shuriken a little bit early so that he can jump slightly earlier and get a little more jump.
And it looks like Kuni hesitated for just a second so as to not take a third damage boost, whereas the first time through I think he still went for it and took 3 damage boost. Very similar times. 2C's looks to be just a little ahead. 2C gets left and Kuni gets right. That's unfortunate.
He takes the lead.
Oh man. Yeah, the orb just did not want to cooperate for Kuni, and so that's going to put 2C in the lead for sure.
I think the next deciding moment will be the Queen.
Yeah, if Kuni can get that faster, the fast queen kill as opposed to just the fast queen kill, that could be a few seconds to make that up. Yeah, sad golem. Crying, he just busted in and took out his little cave digging monster. Though there also might, I'm not sure if I buy his story.
He's a murderer. Homemade is on point. Understands that this room is a pretty long room. It's a really good spot to practice your double lantern jump. Just so you can just weave in and out.
Yeah. There's a lot of strategy that goes in this room to just make sure that you're always moving the right direction. You always got the wingsuit when you need it, your double lanterns that you want to use. You want to do it exactly the same every time. And so it's impressive to see these guys doing it perfectly.
Yep. Just holding right the whole way through. Serving up a lot of pasta in the chat. DC goes up an excellent platforming category. He's gonna go low.
And perfect.
He nails the shuriken.
Yeah, perfect double shuriken there.
What a time difference a golem second phase.
Yeah, I mean, with the movement that these guys have, they're not making any mistakes throughout the levels, and so really all we've seen is just a little bit of boss RNG and also a little bit of execution on the bosses.
Scary. Spike flashes, the mushroom.
Scary Room is coming up for 2C. Always a little bit risky to go for that jump around the platform.
I think he's making it this time. Yep. Good setup.
Nice.
Yeah. It's clean. Kuni's got to go for this. Good setup. Very clean.
There we go. No problem.
Talked about this queen fight a little bit. The recent strats are, we're talking in the last 1 or 2 weeks that we've come up with this. Kuni's found a way to get quite a bit of time save on it. Just a few days prior, we had N2 coming up with a way to get maybe 3 seconds. Curious to see what we're going to see.
Looks like 2C's going to go with the traditional
Standard
fast
strat.
kill. Does have that whip phase. Kuni might
Kuni's
be able
on
to skip
pace.
it. I think he's going to be okay to skip it.
He uses that
Ooh.
shuriken. Oh, he's got it. He's got it.
Yeah, man.
Catches up just like that.
Yeah, so just saving that whip phase. I don't know enough about what the exact time difference is, but we can see.
If she was to go right there, Kuni would most likely be in the... So he got the best kill execution with the worst of the 2 RNG patterns. Like either she's left. Now both are going to go up and pick up the rope dart, which the shopkeeper says everyone's probably just going to call a grappling hook. You'll see that 2C is playing in English and Kuningas is playing in Japanese because it makes shops just like 1 frame faster. And it looks better.
Yeah, when before they had the text skip, I think just about everybody played in Japanese because there it made a bigger difference. But now with the text skip, maybe a couple of frames, but not too much to worry about. But a lot of people still play in Japanese because they're just used to it or like the look of it and all that.
Let's see if he tries twice. Oh no! I did this. It's all my fault.
Man.
Kuni, no.
Let's get some respect in chat for the boy. He went for the fatal pupa.
Oh, he about did it again. Yeah, so using that wingsuit. Well, I guess Poopa, you should explain it.
Yeah, so it's 100% swag points. It's not even faster. Kuni's doing it just for the love of the chat. I'm sorry, Kuni.
He knows he has the game lead and he's gonna earn out. Going for the risky strat. So he is painfully behind, but I mean that can all even change with the Colossus's cycle is particular. And a few mistakes in Glacier, anything can happen. But I don't want to jinx either of these runners. Here's hoping we have a third.
Oh, and we didn't mention it in the first race because we only saw the one death at the very, very end for 2C. But when you die in this game, you get visited by a greed monster. And so Quarble is his name, and he's going to take time shards from you until you've paid him back or he's hung around for long enough. So that was that little guy following Kuni around. And there's also a couple dialogue boxes this late in the game where shards aren't going to matter really at all. It's not a big deal, but if you do take a death earlier, it can really screw up your shard count. And it also adds a little bit of a cutscene to the Queen of Quills fight. But luckily this was after that, so we didn't have to lose some time there. Juicy looking like that's going to be a fast fight. Yeah, that was good. And Kuni might be getting a... Oh, no, we did get one more. So it's a little bit of RNG on what attacks you get, and then also when they go and tag in, there's some variation there. And so Kuni's sitting here hitting this guy, but he's been dead for a while, just waiting for him to tag out, and there we go. So a little bit of bad luck for Kuni on how long it took him to tag out.
Get some shovel please in the chat. Welcome to Glacial Peak.
That wall was a little bit slippery. It is covered in ice. Lots of vertical movement.
Cooney's right there. Yeah, that jump up the wall is really tough. They've got a pretty big gap, so it's definitely not intended to go that way, but both of them handled it just great. And 2C is
I like how they
moving.
drove darted up that whole thing.
Yeah.
I don't think that's faster, but it looks nice.
Yeah, finding any place that you can work a rope dart in just to pull you faster for a couple of frames. See rope darts going off everywhere.
Just rope dart everything.
Rope dart everything, forehead.
One thing I really love about this game, shout out to Sabotage, it's just the quality, the movement, and how much you can move around between the cloud steps and the rope darts. I mean, you look at Glacial Peak, and I bet if you pulled up any of the top 20 runners, they're all going to look a little bit different, and they're all going to be crazy fast. It's just such a fluid game, and really nice job, Sabotage.
Yeah, I think we've kind of all made this clear, but if you have not played this game, you really need to. Casually, it's an amazing experience, and then it just makes for such a perfect speed game with all these different tools they give us. And it's really tight platforming, the controls are great, it's just a lot of fun.
Oh, goes for the one tile again and gets it.
He's a madman. Oh! Oh, that is the
Goes for
scary thing about the rope dart.
And just to miss that. You hate to see it happen.
Yeah, so Cooney's going to be frustrated, but it was 2C that took a death in tower time, so I'm not quite ready to call it, but it's looking like we might be getting our game 3.
I'd like to give a shout out to myself and to the Dragon Strike for bringing us a potential third rep.
Well done, you the Dragon Strike.
But all jokes aside, anything goes in Tower of Time. It's such a tricky level. One death can set you back so far.
And it's tough to do the exact same thing every time because, like we're seeing with 2C here, these Wizrobes just love to mess with you, and you never quite know where they're going to go. Sometimes they'll help you out and give you something to rope dart. Most of the time, they're a real nuisance. Oh, and Cooney, yeah,
Good
he's going to
wizard,
drop
is it?
down. He got the hit through the wall, but then just got hung up a little bit. Where 2C's at right now, I hate these wizards probably more than any other wizards in the game. But
He almost
he's a pro.
pushed that boy.
Oh,
Ooh.
Cooney.
That drop through the platform is why Cease going for Levy Special, unfortunately.
Oh,
Very
Yeah, I
scary
think-
stuff.
I think he was planning on it, didn't quite get the right jump off, and so smartly was able to save it. There we
Was well
go.
done. Does not die there again.
Oh yeah, took a small hit, but not a big deal there. To make it through, it is easy to get spiked or crushed or all kinds of different ways to die. Oh, and Kun's going to be at 1 health coming out of here. So it's unlikely that he's going to get the health to do laser boost. And we see 2C. This time he was
Barely
fine.
making
So.
that, but he still made it.
Oh!
That's gonna be huge.
Man. Yeah, so he's back here at the laser skip. Cooney's just a little bit behind that. 2C's still in the lead, but oh man.
It's gonna be a big setback for the runner.
The thing is, I don't think either of these players knows where the other one's at. I think they're both feeling pretty bad right now.
Yeah, you see
That's
Cooney
true.
taking his frustrations out on the blocks.
And who can blame him?
And it is worth noting, 2C, the second time he was coming past there, You know, he did skip a checkpoint right before that death. Oh, and Kuni takes a death at the same place, and he had also skipped the checkpoint. Oh man, I mean, it is kind of a tricky room. You got to ride the air.
Those spikes racking up the kill count.
But man,
very impressive show out from those spikes. Big shout out to Spike. Although I hate it a little bit right now. That's wow.
And 2C's still gonna go for it. Man, that's I know they're probably fine. But that room, that particular laser boost scares me every single time.
That was intense.
2C+, not afraid.
The time waster room here, I don't think we mentioned it last time, but there's a little skip to do another one of those slashes through the walls. This is, I mean, all those through the wall slashes are fairly new tech. A couple people discovered them, oh, I don't know, maybe 2 months ago, but then getting it implemented into all the runs is pretty recent.
Yeah, I think we've had them for a decent amount of time in the any percent, but only recently, I think Kuni figured out that you can incorporate them in a couple places in this run. Super useful.
Tower time used to be not too scary of a stage because we didn't know about all these skips, and so now all that's kind of become mandatory to get top times. Alright, 2C going into the final boss. He's going to show off again his patented 2C special.
It's on an awesome 31 pace.
Yeah, should definitely still be at the 31. And you can see how well he times those rope darts, so he very rarely takes hits. That's really the hard part of it, is trying to stay right in there and maximize the time you're slashing.
Very
clean
intense.
fight.
Clean fight.
Big GG to 2C. Kuni coming in. Starting the fight about 32-10, so pretty amazing time, especially with some of the deaths. The fact that these guys can put up runs with 2 or 3 deaths and still be in the 32s is just incredible. He's just gonna bounce on his head here.
Kuni a little frustrated at the lock, missing some skips. I think both players are going to opt for a quick break after this.
Yeah, should be about 5 minutes. Go out, stretch your legs, grab a drink, we'll have a quick intermission, and get into that third race.
Want to mention once again, this is the semifinals. It is a best of 3. We are now 1-1. Both these players made the finals last time. We had 2C+ edge out against Kuni. 2 top players in the game.
And this is not a particularly easy game on the hands, too. Especially once we get the rope dart going, there's a lot going on. So it makes sense that they'd want to take just a second, cool down, get a drink, go to the bathroom, rest your hands for a second. All those important human things.
Facing the winner of these two, we're going to have the other 2 semifinalists, N2 and Kodran, which is coming up tomorrow. Definitely look forward to that one.
Yeah, that one's going to be a pretty epic race as well. N2 is number 1 on the leaderboards. He just got a new world record a few days ago, and Kodran's number 4. But in the race seeding, N2 ended up in 4th, right behind 2C and Kuni, and Kodran actually put up the best time in the seeding races. So that's going to be a pretty amazing race as well.
Yep. Number 1 in races versus number 1 overall on the leaderboard. Anything can happen. Yeah, seeing it mentioning in chat quite a bit, but these are the top 4 players on the leaderboards. The same top 4 players that we had last tournament for the semi. Couldn't really ask for a better tournament.
Yeah, I believe at the time of the first tournament, N2 was just starting the game for that tournament, and then he learned very quickly, clearly, and has stayed right there at the top. But especially recently, Kuni and N2 have been going back and forth on Kodrin and 2C right behind him. These guys are kind of on a next level compared to the rest of us mere mortals.
Yeah, it's interesting watching, the community betting or, place favorites on certain players versus some last tournament. I think a lot of people consider Kuni to be the favorite, and 2C edged him out. Towards the beginning of this one, I think once again a lot of people put their money on Kuni and then started seeing N2's results, and it's like, okay, well maybe we're looking at Kuni and N2, and just looking at this race right now, anything can happen in a race, and all these guys are just monsters. Slight intermission as the runners get ready. Feel free to take a couple minutes.
I apologize. I'm back.
How are we feeling about these races so far?
It's been very exciting. Right. We are in intermission. Yep. You can see the corbels under the runner's box. That's their 1-to-1 score. So this will be the third race.
Real time, the run is about to start right now. So it looks like we've got around 1 minute.
There we go. Some last minute file name editing. And these guys are going to be off for our round 3. Kuni put up a just phenomenal time in the first one, but both of them had a little bit of struggle in the second race. It's hard to be perfect for that long, so this is going to be quite a round 3.
And we're off. Character names for Spike and for Soji. Shadows to N2. I have this theory right now that all the best messenger players are cat people, and that's why people like DOSBox Falco will never be top. Both of these guys, veteran runner, going into that third race. All the nerves are off, and they're just trying to show their best.
Both going to go for a short hop here by disabling text skip after the Elder's warning and holding down. Normally the ninja would do a much larger jump back. Lose maybe about a second.
I don't know that we said this guy that comes in and saves us, that's the Western hero that was foretold by the prophecy. Unfortunately got there just a little late, so the demon had already come in. He does tell you, what you need to do. He's the one that hands you the scroll, and you become the messenger. He just says you gotta go east and climb the tallest mountain. So we've seen it already. That's why we're running right, and then once we get to Glacial Peak, we gotta get up to the top, where we meet the Blue Robes again, because we've proved ourselves to be a good messenger.
Passing the last Torii gate out of the village to run officially. Good block breaks, and we're hoping for those 34 shards for this room. For Soji's good on shards. For Spike is gonna have to go to the wall.
And you can hear those sounds from pushing buttons where the menu won't let you, trying to get out as quick as possible. They're not going to be okay with losing time, and anything Shop's got to be fast. Everything's got to be fast.
Really need the best shops in town. Coming up on the Spike D boost.
He's gonna go onto the platform.
Oh,
They both
that's...
got
Oh, man. Yes, the first two races both had it, no problem. You can see it is really precise. It's really hard to tell if you're going to get it or not. The idea is you just jump from the same place every single time and you should be okay. But it's really hard to see the tiles on the spikes and figure out which ones go together so that you'll be boosted right instead of left.
Fun underwater effect. When you go underwater, the music does change. Little bits of detail like that just give the game a bit more flavor.
Very nice touches all around.
Yeah, we've given a lot of shoutouts to Sabotage. They've really made an amazing game here, and they've been amazing developers working with the speedrunning community. I don't think we've mentioned the composer for the music here, Rainbow Dragon Eyes. Put out all these hot tunes. I think there's a vinyl record that just came out for the soundtrack. It's some good stuff. And then those things like the little going underwater muting, a lot of little touches that really add to the amazing nature of the game.
2C went for the spike jump, but did a slash jump, so he didn't have the cloud slip to get to.
A lot of newer players opting for the easier version of the Spike Tower where you hit a projectile. 2C going big and going for the one where you directly jump onto the platform. Much tighter execution.
No problems with that spike fall per usual, but it's very tight movement. Actually easy to mess up if they're making it look very easy. So I expect we'll see 2C slash the turtle again on his way out of.
He got up the first two runs. It's a tight jump.
Not the room I was thinking. I was way back there. I'm slow.
Me too.
I don't know
players
what
so
order
rich.
rooms are in, but we're gonna have plenty of shards to get.
Apparently, neither of us has
upgrade.
done Autumn Hills. Do either of us run
I've done
this
it.
game?
I don't remember. I don't know what I'm doing.
Every run's a surprise.
I think you run forward and just slash a lot for this boss. And then once that push goes away and you start registering hits, you throw your shuriken and you just keep slashing. Kuni's gonna get right up and step on him. He's gonna get pretty ultimate screen position there.
Good sync between Spike and Soji.
Those are some pretty cool caps.
Catacombs again. One cool thing here is you can always tell if you're going about as fast as possible if you can run right under that little spike platform and then hop over the other one. That's the absolute fastest cycle you can make it.
Very good first cycle from both runners. Hi, Rexon. Clean sweep from both runners.
Man, yeah, so that's an unusual place to take a death.
Oh. That's devastating for the...
Man, like I said before, Catacombs is just it's so easy to make one little mistake, and then now we can see 2C having to wait for the Crusher there again, because you've got the dialogue from Corbel you gotta listen to before you get started, and then all the cycles are screwed up. The nice thing about these cycles is they are all on room timers, so if you make a mistake somewhere earlier, like 2C dying there, you're not going to be in trouble for the rest of the crushers, but the room that you're in, they're going to be all screwed up.
You will also be pretty low on time chart and have the death cutscene after killing TwoCplus.
Yeah, yep, that's going to add a couple seconds.
And overall, really painful death for 2C in such a weird spot.
Somehow missing that first checkpoint there is, but then you have to see Ruxin again. All these runes have your.
Oh, and I don't think we've mentioned, but the checkpoints do refill your health, but only up to 3 health. So when you take a death or something like that, you're only going to be at 3 health. You don't get it totally refilled. And in general, throughout the game, there's some places where we'll be fine going to lower health because we know a checkpoint's coming up and can get you to 3. The only way you can get back up to 5 is with the drops. And Kuni got really trolled by that wizard. He had to just sit there and wait for him to get out of the way, otherwise he wouldn't have been able to do the spike boost.
It's true. Pretty good climb from Kuni for you. 2C's went for the first sandwich boost, picks up the health again. He's gonna go to the spike and hopefully not get screwed around by Ruxin here.
And
Hi Ruxin!
Kuni didn't have any problems getting through the big crusher this time. Didn't have to wait like last time.
That's
Hi,
pretty
Ruxin.
gross RNG.
Come on, we haven't gotten a single high Ruxton yet. I would love to see it now.
It's H-Bender.
Oh man!
Oh, he didn't believe me.
Wow, just rude. Really rude from Ruxton today.
5 low Ruxes in a row. 50% chance supposedly.
And 2C makes the big crusher, no problem. So he's got to be hoping for a high Ruxton because it is a significant difference, about 9 seconds. So 2C could make up a lot of the time from that death if he gets a high Ruxton.
Hi Ruxin, come on, let's see what happens. Meanwhile, Kuni going into bamboo.
Let's see, there it is.
Hi
Oh,
Ruxin.
and he wasn't thinking it was gonna happen, but it should be fine to get the quick kill here. Yeah, so he had to knock him off the platform because he lost a little bit of time getting up there as quickly as possible. But still quite a big time save, probably about 8 seconds there from what Kuni got.
Very clean opening bamboo so far. Really excited to see where this goes. That guy, we only see him a couple times in this. He's the lore figure, pretty mate, kind of a jerk. There's no point fighting him because even if you do 3 damage then he just teleports away, so we skip him.
Yeah, I've seen a lot of folks playing this game casually die trying to fight that guy over and over. But you gotta just keep going, which sounds great as a speedrunner. Don't even worry about it.
Let's see that Soji into skip.
Oh man,
that's
3
very
for
good.
3.
So if you're just trying out Into skip, you're still learning that wall kick, just name yourself after one of Intu's cats. You should.
First try.
Good safe fireball.
Yeah, 2C. No problems with the lower room there either. Coming through, here's the boss of Bamboo. Nice little peaceful waterfall. Alright, let's see if 2C can get it.
Nice
Great
bamboo drop.
I didn't want
Yeah,
to say
nice
anything, but I
M2.
knew 2C would get.
Believe.
Yeah, that's pretty amazing. Both of those guys, just pros. I saw both of them working on into skip over and over right before the race, so you know they both wanted to get it.
Ishbender has finally joined chat. Nobody yell at him, but if he was here from the start, then Kunin would have world. As Ishbender's presence causes Russin to go high.
Yeah, normally a 50% chance. If Ish is around, it's 100%.
Small hiccup on bamboo drop, but 2C is still grooving, and he has plenty of shards.
Another really good fall from Kunin.
Still just reeling from that Catacombs death. I think 2C is maybe 45-ish seconds behind.
Yeah, Catacombs just brutal.
First hay coming up. There it is. Kunin was a little bit lower on health than expected, so he took a damage to rock instead of this.
And it's always pretty amazing watching folks like Kunin going through Grotto. Just so clean. I think I mentioned it before, but the ninja's really sticky. He really likes to grab onto walls, and when you're playing casually, that can save you. But when you're going fast, you're trying to go through, only grab the ball exactly when you want to. And it's impressive seeing these guys move through. Wall kicking fast, doing everything fast.
It's a pretty interesting level design. Being a cave network, it does feel very tight, and part of the design here is not grabbing onto walls.
About to go. He hasn't had real great luck with Emerald Gold. Let's see how this one goes. He's got a big enough lead that probably won't matter too much, but I'm sure he's going to be wanting a good one after two orbs that went right on him.
Alright, it was a pretty good smash ball first round. Damage boost back in for another set of hits. He takes an extra hit. Barely misses that projectile. If his shuriken hits that, then he'd be in big...
Yeah, I was thinking he only had 6 hits going in. Sometimes hard to count there. Shouldn't be too hard to count to 7, but when you're trying to get those slashes and your jumps and everything in at just the right time, as well as not taking extra damage, it can be tough. Oh, and he went right on him again, but he handled it really well that time, so he was able to do it pretty quick.
Screen position. Really nice stuff. Especially if you're trying to go in and factor double slashes by slashing early and advancing on the ball. You don't know necessarily if you nailed that double slash. You might one short. If you try to go for an insurance slash, you usually screw yourself over, so it's better to err on the side of caution. It's a very clean 2 cycle for 2. Plus a clean kill. Alright, you guys know the drill. Kuni is in the right room to be. He's got a really long trek, and he's going to do a lot of cloud steps. He's going to jump off the screen, catch this guy's projectile with the wingsuit attack, and just keep gliding.
Fun fact, you can actually do this room with pretty good efficiency even without the wingsuit attack, so if you're ever short on, you can still make it through with good execution.
That's also true. Because you can't wingsuit to go over the screen like Kuni did, you have to catch a good slash on the bird when you're climbing up into it, and you could get damaged. But no runners will have a problem with that because they both block the glide attack. TC goes down, I believe misses the checkpoint, but he shouldn't.
Yeah, I think he usually does try to hit that, just slightly different jump there. But shouldn't be a big problem. And we saw the double shuriken again from Kuni.
3 for 3.
Oh, this room can be chaotic. It's comfortable to go in there with the least 4 health, because sometimes you take 3 damage, could have gotten the Nyx, but he made it out.
Yeah, you know you did it well if you only take 2 damage boosts, but it's very easy to take 3.
TC sticks the shuriken as well. No problem. And he's got a great setup for going around the spikes. He sticks.
Clean.
TC has actually made up quite a bit of time. If Kuni was to die to those spikes, he could have caught up pretty. Let's see if he can stick the quick queen kill.
He's making sure not to do too much the first time through, and then he needs to do as much as possible here. I think he's gonna be good.
He missed it.
Oh, nope. Okay.
Just the smallest variance in how close you are when you enter, using your double slashes or not, can change the whole. So if you miss it, you still have the shuriken for the door.
Yeah, and this is one of the few boss fights where it doesn't reset you, so you do want to finish it as far over to the right as possible so you can start moving out right away. Ticker doing the math for us.
We do have an expert speedrunner in counting. Thank you, Ticker.
It's actually the best counter that I've ever met in this community.
Me too.
Kuni's going fast now.
We picked up the rope dart, we're going to be sliding.
Oh, and there's that little extra dialogue box. Some spoilers coming ahead. The Queen of Quills is also a former messenger, and so her Quarble.
Kuni's third try, poop a slide. Oh!
This has never happened to me before. He is very low on health going for the damage boost, but he's going to go for it.
This is the same room he was at 1 health in before, and oh man, it scares me.
Oh, man has no limit.
This.
Man.
He's not even considering you focus hard.
And the ease
Fair
of which he
credit
does that.
given, it is the Kodron slide. If you pulled it off in a... So he has somehow ended up with the credit. Also the credit for killing Kuni last raid.
And 2C has to go just around the whole room, kind of the intended route. It's not a huge time difference when your movement's as good as his was, but definitely not quite as quick as coming up from the bottom.
Kuni coming up on Kolos and Susus. Together they form Colossus. And he starts with the green guy. He's to do a whip. He's to start out with a combo attack. What a bucket. This is a bad pattern, but Kuni's playing it pretty well.
Yeah, I think that's probably the worst attack pattern because it's so hard to follow him and keep getting hits in, but Kuni did a good job of staying with him as he jumped around the screen. So he's just waiting for the tap out now. They're both done. Here it comes. And Susie doing this big vertical room. Really
Very
good
clean
movement.
execution.
Yeah. See what kind of luck he gets. Might be able to make up a little bit of time here as well.
Double please in the chat for Kuni.
Well, he's going to get the ball attack
Another
also.
combo attack. And he misses the follow up.
Does get the whip attack next. Oh, that was just a little bit scary from Kuni.
Small bonk, but he carries. Just a really clean ascent.
Yeah, I love that going around the right side on the very last platform there. I love that strat, that's a good one.
Shuffle please for TC.
They're really maximizing all the usage of the rope and also the length of it, trying to... That's something that's a little bit tricky, is trying to hit things from as far away as possible with the rope darts so that you can get all that movement. But if you do it too soon and it doesn't quite get there, then you gotta wait to use it again. And Kuni again with that little swag flying up over. That's an awesome strat.
Again with the wall kick, just amazing stuff from
Automatic.
ditches the Dragon Strike for this round.
Doesn't go for it.
Yeah.
Let's see if 2C will go for it. It's gonna wrap up Glacial for Kuni and he'll be entering Tower of Time. Pretty ridiculous phase, sub 32 for sure.
Tuesday's having a great run here through Glacial.
Yeah, so far no mistakes. At least not that I've seen. Small hold on the wall, really nothing major. He's gonna keep. Will he get the walk? He says, nah, not going for that.
See if
Not
he's,
going for Dragon Strike either.
no.
Dying is not a good way to catch up, so I respect.
And Kuni fully into Tower of Time now. Oh, that will drop down to hit the Wizrobe.
Just for spite. Just, I'm gonna dunk you with her. Stay out of my.
No, that's for Soji.
Soji. We saw in the last run an unnecessary movement back to kill a wizard just because it was decidedly slower, but he had to kill the wizard. And I think
Showing
we
our
all can agree
feelings.
that's commendable.
Yeah,
He killed that wizard for all of us.
Oh, and he's gonna have one sitting there right as he comes out. Oh,
He did
wow.
a really interesting thing there. He walked up to the crystal and slashed it instead of rope darting to it to bait out his travel time, just narrowly missing.
Yeah, incredible headspace to realize what's gonna happen there. And then avoid it. And then the second teleportation wasn't real friendly either, but had no problem. Gets the slash through the wall. A little damage, but not
Almost made
the
a
end of the
code run
world.
sandwich.
Yeah.
The damage, that spike for some reason does 1 damage. It's the only spike I know of in the game that does. They're on crushers, that is, the pink tower time crusher spike. But if you get damaged and that damage boost goes up and you get caught between the corner of where you're trying to go and the crusher, you just.
Yeah, you're dead either way if you get crushed, so. And this is
Alright.
where both of them had that
Bowlers are
awkward
crazy.
death. Yeah.
We've all been there where we hit a jump input and it doesn't go through. So instead of a squirrel suit, you get spikes.
Let's see what 2C goes for.
Levy special.
Oh,
The
Beautifully
levy.
executed.
Nice.
Oh, Kuni almost fell right on top of the saw blade, but he had the cloud step to recover. And yeah, I'm sure they're gonna go for it again. Man, talk about
He
that
gets through
room.
it.
Every single time I gotta hold my breath.
Everybody can unclench now. He's safe.
Still got a time waster coming up.
And 2C
One
should be
false
fine.
move.
Right.
There we go. No problem with the laser skip for 2C.
Alright, good time waster skip.
And Kuni on just another insane pace.
That climb looked really smooth. He's not gonna take any risk going into Golem, he's just gonna seal.
Let's see where the 2C goes for the eyeballs as well.
He's actually gonna wait this time.
One false move there and you're dead.
Kuni looking at another low 31. Just gotta finish it off here. There it is. Wow. 31-18, a 31-07 in the first race. I mean, he's just automatic. That's amazing.
Fantastic runs from Kuni.
Oh, and 2C
Very
going
well
for
played.
that is some huge respect.
See if we can get Cooney in here for energy. Meanwhile,
Loving
TC's
that.
about to shred apart this goal.
Loving the 2C laser skip, the laser damage boost. Full
He
respect.
really made up a lot of time coming back from that catacomb. Huge shout out to his huge comeback. And the respect laser boost.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
And now, man, now I'm scared about his golem because I know I don't like coming in here without full health. He's only at 1 right now. Oh god. But his rope darts,
Beautiful.
man. No problem.
Fantastic finish.
Wow.
We don't call it the 2C special for nothing.
That's right.
Good games to both runners.
See, I think we're going to be able to have Kuni join us. I don't know about 2C. Hopefully he'll be able to come in. Yeah,
They're both joining.
Too.
phenomenal stuff.
Hello.
Welcome.
Hey, what's up?
Welcome.
Congratulations, Kuni. How do you feel?
Thanks. I don't know. I'm kind of upset about the RNG in both races. I mean, the second two races. The first race was kind of okay. I mean, I didn't get the high Roxton, I didn't get the Queen of Quills quick kill, but overall I'm really happy with the results.
Hello, 2C. Great
Oh,
catch up at the end of that race. You finished really strong, man. That was big respect.
Yeah, as soon as I saw the race message, I'm like, whatever. Let's go for it.
Loved it.
Dude,
Yeah.
if anybody goes for the respect place, it's 2C+. All the time, dude.
That's true. Absolutely phenomenal play. No fear but fear itself. That was a really tragic Catacombs. I think we have to talk about that missed checkpoint. That broke my heart.
It's something that I've been doing today quite often, if you guys noticed. I try to press right or left. I press down, so I fall down from the wall.
Yeah, I wasn't sure quite what
Yeah.
caused that.
Yeah, it's just like bad inputs. Like I pressed down by accident, so I fell from the wall. So that's rough. It happened multiple times today, but what can you do? GG, by the way, Kuni was like insane, especially like the first race. Your time must be like 31, no, below 31.10, right?
Yeah, it was 31.07, but it was a nice
Yeah.
run.
Insane.
Imagine if I had a high Roxton and a Queen of Quills quick kill.
If only Ishvinder were here from the first.
Wait, 2C, did you actually see any high Roxtons today?
He got one in this last race.
Yeah, the one that I died in Catacombs. Nice.
What? Man, I'm so sorry.
Yeah, it's alright.
I play Messi.
It's the unfortunate part was the second race. Like I don't care about the first one and the second race. Like I played quite decent, I guess. Some small mistakes. And to be fair, Kuni had insane runs in these two races. Like the second race,
He
I
was
was
on fire.
Yeah, and on my second race, I was on fire. I'd never
You
had such a
murdered
great
it.
pace. I never had such a great pace, man. And like I was minus 10 at entering Tower of Time with low Raxton as well. I was like, yeah, I don't know. I just like miss input, I guess, again, and yeah, that happened.
Yeah, we were saying, I mean, Kuni just looked incredible the first game. 2C, you had a perfect run the second game. That third one was exciting because we saw what both of you guys could do. That was a great best of three.
Yeah, nice. It's always fun racing Kuni. Like we've been racing. I don't know how many races we've done.
Man, can't even count. It's always fun.
Yeah, it must be like close to 100 at this point, maybe less, to be honest. It's just like
many
always
more to
fun.
come, though.
Hell yeah. Yep. Definitely.
It's definitely the story of this race. We only touched on it a little bit. We could have got into more backstory, but if you have been racing a lot, it's a pretty great friendship to watch unfold. And the competition you guys give each other has no doubt been great for this community. So thank you both for always being on the grind.
Hell yeah, dude. You know it.
Yeah, it's fun, especially with a lot of people supporting. It's always nice, you know.
Yeah, you guys are amazing.
Bamboo boys.
Bamboo Boys showed up today.
Yeah.
Got a question for both of you. Since you're both so close, was it tough for you to practice for this, or to have a good mindset of coming in and destroying each other?
Poopa.
Alright,
Spill
so okay, Poopa got an upgrade by the way right now. From Duck, he's gonna be the pig in the Stardew Valley farm.
Oh yeah, Pig Boys from Cal.
Alright. I mean, I don't know. I always tried my best against Kuni, because that's how you do it, you know what I mean? Like, even though we're friends, the best thing is if we put the best performance. It's always nice for people to watch as well. And also, that's how we want to do it as well. Like, we don't want to give the other one the victory or anything.
Yeah, for sure. Like, even if, let's say, the 2C would have won today, I wouldn't have given him all of my support, and even more if I could, you know? That you always have to look out for the boys. Like, there's no revenge or anything like that between us. It's just business, you know?
Exactly. Also, Pupa, nice voice now, boy.
Thank you for the microphone recommendation. I appreciate it.
He's been enjoying this. It's very nice.
Glad to hear Pupa 555 on action.
Some fun backstory for you guys. 2C+ is probably the reason that I found out about this game, joined the community, stuck to it, started speedrunning, bought this microphone. Much love to 2C+. And everyone else.
Thank you, brother 2C+.
Likewise, 2C. Thank 2C+. Always very supportive to anybody coming in the stream or new questions to any community, Cuphead or Messenger or whatever. It's just and Kuni, likewise, awesome person. Reason I started streaming. So let's thank to Kuni that we have some crazy cow. And Chinese food, of course.
Thank you, guys.
Oh, thank you. Like, all that nice talk. It's like it's my funeral now. I guess I'm going for retirement.
You just got killed.
Back
Just
to the
got
farm.
slaughtered.
You gotta raise the pigs.
I guess so. to be honest, my thoughts in the third race after my death in Catacombs was, alright, let's prepare for fall season now. There's no way after this that I'm gonna recover, so we gotta like make sure we are prepared for fall.
I know that feeling. Certainly not your best runs in every situation. Very good runs. You both have heart and finish them strong. We saw a lot of mistakes that, I mean, I know that feeling of not feeling like it was your best performance, but you still have to put on a good show, and you guys did exactly that.
Yes, sir.
Nice.
So Kuni, you're going to be moving on to the finals against the winner of Kodren and N2 tomorrow. How do you feel about that coming up?
Man, whoever's gonna win, I'm gonna smack them so hard, you know? No, I'm just kidding, I'm hoping both of them, I don't know. I don't actually know who's gonna win because Kodran can be on epic paces. He tends to tilt even if he gets like one bad RNG. But with N2 knows how to adapt and everything like that, so it's gonna be really interesting race upcoming, so whoever wins, let's go.
Yeah,
Let's
one
begin
thing
the
I have
show.
to say, I do believe right now, as far as form goes, N2 might be in better form, but I haven't really seen such like, you know, dominance performance, I guess, in races from N2. So that's going to be interesting to see, you know, if the form that he has right now can be like a transition into like, you know, really good race performances. Yeah. So
Yeah, that's gonna be pretty wild as well. Whoever in the finals, man, I'm looking forward to it. For folks that want to know the schedule, that N2 vs Kodran race is going to be tomorrow, 7 p.m. Eastern. We don't know what channel yet, but be on the lookout for the Speed Gaming channels. One of those, 7 p.m. Eastern time.
And 2C is still practicing, I'm sure, for the bronze match coming up against the loser of tomorrow.
wait, there's a bronze match? No, dude, I committed.
There's a bronze
2C
match.
is pure hype.
Oh no.
Hi.
Okay, I'll make sure this is
You're
the
not
best
done
one though. I'll make sure this is the best one. I like this game, don't get me wrong, but we gotta risk the farm, you know, the animals and the farms.
I would love to see that. All right. I guess any final thoughts?
You know, GG once again, Kuni, and thank you. Triple commentary, that's hype. From like 1 hour before the race, we didn't have any commentator to 3 out of 7.
Yeah, what Jesse said. Thank you guys so much.
So that's nice.
No problem. Thank you guys for putting on a good show and always being there for the community. Thank you, Speed Gaming, for hosting us. And we'll see you guys for the race tomorrow.
Alright, take it easy. Take it easy.
See ya.
Bye-bye.
Bye, guys.